Okay. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing FFA Tournament Round 2 of Season 2, 2024. We have a pretty stacked group for this one, so it should be a good game. And everyone's actually here as well, which is a humongous bonus and not a given right now. So, as we hop in, we will have a look at the players and the settings in a second. But this is the map that we will be playing on. It is the Forsaken Lands. We were playing some progressive World Dom balance players. No alliances this time, so we can't cheese our way to victory, but it is progressive, so it shouldn't matter as much. No fog, no blizzards. Pretty standard stuff. We can't go around alliancing everyone, so let's have a look at the players instead. In first position, black player, we have Albertond. Pretty new to playing with friends. This is, in my opinion, unlikely as a start to playing in tournaments. He's probably played some other games first. And pretty average on an FFA as well, but he has got to expert. Mustn't rule him out, but he seems like a newer player to the scene. We have Olive. Olive we have played against a couple of times on our channel before. One of them within a tournament, one of them accidentally in ranked as well. We did not know who each other were at that point. But yeah, very great player. Plays very statistically minded. Usually works to get the best result for himself, and it usually works out pretty well for him. Third position, we have ourselves. Me. I can't check my own stats, but I can check my own position and instantly kind of hate it. It's not a great one. We will be taking our card with this 4-on-1 that we have created for ourselves. These positions cannot stay together. They've really got to split apart. I think I add to the south and move the 2 down here. So we can take on this side. We lose a troop because of course we do. Move that down. We should end up with like 5 positions, which isn't bad. It's not going to be a great start by any means. In the 4th position we have General Tano, who's at intermediate and instantly moved on from their turn. Let's see what type of intermediate this is. Relatively experienced, potentially got to a high rank in Dead at Decay. Very good play with friends, once again, unlikely to be in tournament play. Like to be more kind of friendly. In the 5th position we have Mitch Aaron, who runs the PRT for us. Very good player, have to be able to do that. Solid on life. Not great player with friends, actually. It's quite surprising. I thought he was a little bit stronger with that. And finally we have Cecil Dogan, who is a double GM. Once again, not an easy feat by any means. Very positive online 1v1. Very good FFA as well. Very good player with friends. Could potentially be tournaments. That's quite the standard. Not a good opener for white. If we take a look at these positions, the 5 and the 4 being next to each other is not ideal. But he should end up with a kind of 4-5 position play. He wants black to move down so he can separate these out. That wouldn't leave him in the worst place. If he could get the 6th position, that would be pretty good. You can see he wants to move into the center though. I will be happy to move my 4 across potentially, or maybe my 3 in, depending. Depends what others do around me. I also need a card for this next turn, which I don't have right now. Cards. Oh no, I have cards, but they connect my positions over here. That's not ideal, but it's cards. At the end of the day, cards are still cards. Black will move down and let white up. I think that's fair enough. Let's check the players, especially just behind me in turn order. These are the players. So players behind us are who we're going to have to try and kill to try and set in turn and spiral to win the game. We have great lines on this stack, on these 2 green stacks. We have troubles getting across, as you'd expect, to this Western Isle. We will take... Actually, I don't need to add there. We're going to add a couple over here. Extra 1 over here as well. We're just going to move up ourselves. Don't need to slide it because we have the right amount. And lose another troop, hitting a 1. So we have got pretty unlucky so far. Nothing in our control though. We're just going to separate our connected positions right now. as well as making sure we still have these cards over here as well. So green combines those two positions, which are very weak individually, now a bit stronger as one. But green is down to not very many positions, and this one should be eradicated by someone. Hopefully purple takes it. Yeah, there we go. So we still have troubles getting to the 7, don't get me wrong. As well as, honestly, this 5 is not easy to get through. I had to hit through black 3 right now. But green is not in the most places. So this is okay for looking at green. We have to see how it develops and if we're able to get across to that side of the map. Purple, on the other hand, seems about the same difficulty. Will obviously be a turn after green, have a turn better trade, things like that. White's attacking quite a lot there. Interesting. I would like someone to move into this one, into this white one, so that I can kind of smooth this 3 across and over, hopefully pushing it more down and around that way. That would be good. But white now has a central position, even if it's not the nicest looking. But yeah, we have a few options here. Could even leave the 3 in this corner, and kind of, okay, well, black doesn't take this turn. I was thinking if we could follow the black around a little bit. Let's see who can kill us. Red would be premium position to kill us, should be lining us up. We are 4 troops weaker right now, which sucks, but that is the thing that happens when you've killed 2 troops and you've lost 5. It is what it is at that point. But yeah, he has a little bit of difficulty potentially getting to this 4, but we are very fresh meat right now for the red player, Olivexi, who we know will be able to take the kill as well. This is a player who'll be looking for the right kill at the right time. I think not yet. Right now it's way too hostile, but in the near future we will be looking to potentially remove the middle position to ensure the safety of our game, as we are just in the 5 positions, very central right now. If we remove a central red position, he has a tougher time. He has to hit through purple 4s. This is not great. This is really not great. At least right now he's forced to split, and honestly we can kind of do some shenanigans over here as well. Let's see if we lose another one. We do not. There we go. I would like to move that further down, preferably. Kind of follow the purple player around, but this side over here is very choked up. 2 3s that are not moving anytime soon. If white moved the 4 up, potentially purple would move up, connect, move them out. That would let white go up, but I don't see a reason for either of them to do it. Especially not purple, who is effectively kill guarded right now, even though green is right next to them. Hopefully white takes that as the card. I think that's the main white card. There's another one over here. Not much on offer in terms of cards right now for white. And it looks like it will be taken. So we will be moving. Are you going to move back? Okay. Not ideal, but not awful. I think we move this up, honestly. And rely on the fact that he's got a 5 and a 6. And then maybe someone else that isn't red is able to move in and protect this position. We kind of need someone to protect this if we move it away from red. Right now we are in danger. Black leaving themselves a 3-on-1 is an unnecessary risk as far as I'm concerned. And I am beginning to believe that I am right in my thoughts of this as a newer player. We see the kind of double stack and not the reinforcement of the other exterior positions that you would expect. This, I would argue, is suboptimal. for the main reason of survivability. They are difficult to kill stacks like this now, but once you get to second and third trades, they gone. Especially since black will be generating the least, having the earlier trades. Olive has been left with only a couple of cards. Still had the 4-1, didn't need to add everything to the center, but he does need to add to the center if he wants to kill me, so he's not too angry with it. I'm going to add over here, create this extra. I mean, this is just a trail of ones that can go through and clear right now, but it's not a big issue. I think I still add. I add to the north. I think I add down here as well. Working out where to add is kind of a touchy feel situation. We lost another one, by the way. It's now 3 troops that we've lost attacking out of 4 turns. Not great. Not great. We would rather have not lost those 3 troops and have them on the board. We wouldn't be as strong as green, but we would still have 28 troops right now instead of the 25 that we currently reside on. I'll be honest, the way I'm being lined up right now, it feels like I might need a set on 3 for second trades, which is an absolute dire situation. Don't move that back. Please don't move that back. I want that as my card. Good. I'm going to move this 4 across. Right, attacks the green, not mine. I'd rather he hit mine there and stayed there. Makes it a difficult position for red to clear. Unfortunately, I couldn't even try and signal at someone hitting this. No alliances, so I couldn't tell white to hit me instead of green. And I couldn't have fake fortified either, because this is obviously a 2. And it would instantly take it down instead of giving the arrows to everyone else like a normal fortify would. But black moves down, which is very bad. Red's going to move into the middle here if that doesn't go back up. And then this position, this double position is effectively 1 and it's pretty weak. That would be my anticipation. But no. Olive wants to make sure he can get to the bottom instead, which is a valid concern, especially since these are so weakly freely available right now. This is either going to come down to me hitting him and potentially feeding a kill, or it's going to come down to me having to set on 3 on the next trade. Neither are good scenarios for me. Let's make that clear. Neither is a situation I want to be in. We're going to reinforce the most of our troops onto the province furthest from red. I say the most, we have 3 to place each turn. It's not exactly most, is it? I didn't even look for +2s. Not really options at them anyway. Could have stayed on this home territory down here, but I wanted to move north as I think it's a more defensible terrain. If people come in to reinforce in the correct way, I could be safe from red in this province. Unfortunately, black, being new, has not seen the threat. Black is also completely unable to go after red, since they have just kind of double stacked here. Now been completely wiped out, leaving just 1s. Loses a position. Now he's down to the 4 positions, with 2 of them very weak, with very threatening stacks as well. 7 can kill 2, 7 can kill 3, 100% of the time. Green is pointing away in the north. I wouldn't be surprised if Olive came down with that 6. Yeah, good. Okay. If that gets left open as well, then it's really bad. I need black to kind of move back up and protect that middle part. Punish the non-take from Olive there. Trading turn. Black gets a +2 on this massive stack in the middle. Reinforces his exteriors ever so slightly. But this is not enough, I don't think. This should be a 5. This should be a 5. These should be less, and he should have extra position in the middle. Is going to move back up, which I like. But I'm not sure how intentional that was. I would love to signal in Alliance chat to White right now to take the province of the Black Forest. That'll be absolutely wonderful. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be a possibility. Yeah, we can see we're being hunted right now. We know we're being hunted. I don't see what we can do about being hunted, though, which is a whole nother matter. Might just rely on us hitting the set on 3. If we go to 4 cards, everyone else goes to 4 cards, Olive will get the 20 or 25 and should be able to kill us pretty easily with these positions as they are. I am going to force him to add kind of awkwardly, hopefully. At least if he doesn't have the set on 4, that's another thing to hope on. But we are already in the kind of hope and pray stage right now, which is not a good place to be. It's really not. I am going to move this across. I'm going to signal that someone needs to take this and protect me. Please protect me. Please protect me. Please protect me. See if anyone understands that. I see no reason not to distance these further, and that is not a set on 3. Green will take into the middle. Probably moves the 3 down. What's he doing over here? This is a slight overad on this stack in particular, I reckon. I don't see what this particular stack gains from being a 10 over a 7. Especially when your target is likely purple, who you're facing away from with your 10. When it could go, if that 10 was pointing down, you could hit the 4 and the 4. This 10 could deal with the white 4-3 issue. Maybe this 10 is to get through the 4 and the 6. That's valid. But I would also like to see green add more to this too in another game, because that way you can you're effectively kill guarding right now with a much weaker stack than you're actually guarding. Purple moves down to that corner. So, I mean, here's the thing right now. Red will be able to kill us with a set on 4. Unless white blocks. And then purple moves in, or something. The purple doesn't need to move in, actually. No, he does, because he can come through the south. I need purple to move in. Or I can take matters into my own hands, remove an olive position that I see as threatening. Good. Good from white. Now I just need a small bit of protection to the south, and I would feel a lot safer. Obviously, I don't know if it's going to happen. Black can't be the one to give it to me, and red is my aggressor in this situation. Black trades on 3, which is extremely odd in the first position. The reason being, with this first position, you get the right of first move. That first move should be looking to kill people when you're on 4 cards, and they're on 4 cards, everyone behind you. If black positioned properly early, he could have great lines on me or red. And then if he's able to kill us, so he takes 4 cards, goes down to 1, and then he kills a person to take 4 of their cards to get another set in turn, would take the 20 and the 25 trade, which would put him in a very strong position and a turn ahead of everyone else in cards, which is right where you want to be from the first position. If you can guarantee yourself a kill out of first position, you're doing a great job. Now we have to worry ourselves, once more, about the red threat, which is omnipresent as it stands. There's no real way for people to block in this middle portion in the south. Kind of need purple to take this white one or this white one, which would save up here for at least having a 10 white hit through, which is still probably a good kill for Olive. Other option is the fire option of hit the 8 stack and attempt to survive. I think instead we add awkwardly, we move down, and we signal that we need this protected. Yeah. There's no difference between where I keep that 2. And I keep the 1 away from the 8 deliberately, so that he doesn't have to hit through a big stack first. He has to add a little bit extra, because he could lose a 1 and then wants the 100%. Whereas typically if you 100% the big stack first, then you'll have enough left over so much more of the time to hit the 1. You're much more likely to lose a 1 hitting a 1 than anything else in that situation. So I really need... Ooh, that works too. Yeah. So that's another way of me staying safe. Do I have set on 4? I do. Okay. Now red has a tougher time of killing me without that stack chasing my 4 down. Can we kill green? No, we can't. He has a massive stack in the north. Purple has traded early. So the next trade is worth 30 troops already. That's a lot. If white trades on 3, it's worth 35 for red. It's a very defensive play here from Mitch, but he's in a very strong position right now. 78 troops on the board. No kill would set him in turn, but there are plenty worth it. That sort of doesn't work. He has the 6 that can hit through, which is unfortunate. But he has a tough time getting to the 4 still, so it's okay. We ended up not needing the south part saved because of the green aggression in the middle of the board. Now, if black leaves him isolated, I can potentially kill green for his correct play, which would absolutely suck for him. The trades have been incredibly inflated by early trades. We get the 35 right now for trading. We'd need to hit a 1 and the 9. We have the 8 to hit the 2, split down, go 1, 6. No, has to go through a black 11. Oof, this left side of the board is tough to get to. How are our lines on white? Not amazing, but not awful. We have to hit through. We have to get to the left side. Unfortunately, our spawn has dictated we're not in a position of power. We're not in a position of killing. You going for it? Yeah, that's why I need to protect from the south. 1 people. I die. We get 6th. I don't think there was anything I could do there. I played it well, and I told people where I needed to be defended. I wasn't defended, and I lost the game because of it. Olive now has a set in turn, and you see instantly why black would have benefited so much from this. If he was able to do the same thing to Olive, look at that troop disparity, and Olive is now a turn ahead in cards. We will watch this game out. We will see where people go right and where people go wrong, but I don't think there was anything I could have done there. I think our spawn was very unlucky for not getting me on this left side of the board, where literally everyone else is. And I also think that Mitch had to defend me by taking the province of Alraun, which I did signal to him. Luckily, white did notice that we needed to be protected when we pointed out in the Black Forest, But unfortunately, that there should be this lobby's demise, in my opinion. I don't think that Olive should have any issues taking this one down from here. Once again, would have absolutely loved to have Alliance chat for this. I don't know why it was turned off for this round. It's in the settings, but I don't know why the settings were to turn it off. I'd love to know the thought behind it. Yeah. Now we see the very unfortunate circumstance of the green player not having set on 4. Red doesn't have great lines on this 12, but will if Olive has set on 3, this lobby is over. There are 2 players with 5 cards for red to kill. He will kill green first. He has set up this 23 to hit the 9. He needs a stack to hit the 11 and the 1. This 11 already hits the 10, the 7, the 1, 12, 1 maybe. He just adds all to the 11 and enough to hit this 11 out here. If Olive has set on 3, I can't check the trades, but I know for a fact they're big enough. I think it's the 45 or the 40, which is more than enough troops right now. This here is the game being lost due to no one guarding the weak player, which is unfortunate. It's also unfortunate I was the weak player. If someone else is the weak player, I at least get position points. But yeah, everyone knows this is over, unless he doesn't have set on 3. Does he still have the white kill? It's difficult in the south. Southwest is tough to get to without that. By how long he's taking, I doubt he has the set. Had to hit through 10-7. Has the 8v4, it's 99%. Has the 23 to go 14, 1, 13. 16 goes 1, 11. This would need to clear the 4, and he needs enough to get through the north. I don't think that's enough. I think it'd be silly to try it as well. Yeah. Lines it up, though. But lining it up at this point seems a bit of a moot point. They're going to be forced to trade on 5s, so they will. We now see Mitch will lose a lot of his troop lead that he gained from setting because he'd set so early. We see the player who got the kill is obviously card ahead, as I pointed out, and equal on troops with the guy behind him. Being a card ahead isn't always amazing. There will be no one on 4 cards while Olive is on 4 cards. If he had set on 3, this lobby is over. Right? He just kills green, kills white, sweeps the board, wins the game. We are out of here. Which is why getting an extra card is great. It gives you a 40% chance to just win the game outright. Unfortunately, didn't have it. But now with 4 cards, everyone else is going to be on 3. Well, actually, no, black will be on 4. If Olive can turn this into a black kill, then he'll be fine. All Olive needs is a set on 4, and black to not set as soon as he can get it. Black is not protected at all from Olive. He is bordering. He is heavy bordering, and he has just a green 2 in the way right now. And it will be the 50 trade available for whoever takes it next, with white taking the 45 just there. White could also kill black. That's another point I didn't consider. Because white is at the end of the turn order, he can double hit that stack pretty easily. The 35 will be able to take that down. 17 on 12, yeah. I'd like to check what 17 on 12 is, actually. I think it's close to 100, but not quite. And I think he had the troops to add more. Let's have a look. Balance split, 17 on 12. Yeah, not quite. He had the troops to add 1 more to each of them to make it 100%. You see how many he had extra in the north. Make that 100% if you can. But very good kill from white there. Does set in turn as well as a result. Being in that later position. Everyone else is on 3 cards while you were on 5, setting down to 2. 3 more gets you that trade in turn. Doesn't really gain him many troops, but it takes a player off the board, claims 3 points and an extra position for themselves. It also removes the threat of Olive doing the same thing. with what would have been the 50 trade and the 55 claimed as a reward, which would have been more profitable for red than that kill was profitable for white. We would have seen this game spiral. Interested to see if Olive decides to not set here. If he doesn't, he goes to 5 cards. Everyone else is on 3. They just need a set on 3. And they could kill him for his 5 cards, potentially sweep the game. Let's see if that happens now. Green is not set up to do it. Green is positioned very awkwardly for the red kill right now. If you could call this being positioned for any kill ever, because he's not. Green will go to 4 cards. That favours Olive. Does Mitch, the purple player, go for the Olive kill? Yes, he gets the set. +2 in a very key position that's looking to take down potentially the 23. This 24 is enough in the middle. This 12 is enough. I don't know why you're adding here. You're going up with that? Surely you had easier ways to get there. It's a bit of an overadd as well. That's more than enough to clear everything out minus this. This is not as easy a kill as it could be. Yeah, massive overadd in this on this 15. Did not need to be that big. Splits off that 11. Clears all these 1s out. But he's not got enough to hit the 15 right now. The 42 has to split into the 23. Or he's blocked himself off from it. Oh. What are you doing? What are you doing? You split yourself off from the 23 in the middle. It's a humongous feat to White. White with a set on 3 wins the game, but he's completely blocked off. He needs the set on 3. Otherwise, this game has taken the weirdest twist I've ever seen. He's completely blocked off with 1s around this 23 stack, which is such an awkward position for White to be in. And it didn't... I mean, it kind of needed to be this way. Could have fortified back out to face, but why would you? You think you're just facing this 23 stack. You don't expect that to be all that's left of the guy. Yeah, no set. Can't kill him. Olive survives, but just on this 1 stack. And I don't know if you can call this surviving. This game is now in Green's favour, in my opinion. It's very unfortunate positioning there from White. I don't think it's actually... After that kill, it's not, I wouldn't say bad positioning, because you don't expect this 23 to be the sole remaining stack that you need to try and kill. But having these 4 1s that you can't even get in, even with great dice, slamming all your troops into it, such a tough one to swallow. Let's see what Olive does here. He's equal on troops with everyone, but he now is way behind in trades with Mitch. Green and White, great position right now to take this game. Green can get the White kill. He can set in turn, then kill Red for the set in turn, and then kill Purple last. Would be how I'd look to win this game as Green right now. Has more than enough in the south to clear the 6-1, start hitting Purple later. This 23 can come up if you feel it's necessary, but you just set for how many troops? 65? Surely this 20 in the north will be enough if you just added everything here. Hit the 35, came through, hit the 47. If you really need more, you have this 20 to come through as well. You can double hit. This 23 can clear the bottom. This is a passive play from Green. What is happening right now? General Tano, you're throwing your first potential win in this tournament. He hits the 6? No, he's going for it? No. What are you doing? What is that about? No. Oh, I would love to be alive right now. We knew we were getting targeted. It's the right play by Red, of course. He has to get that guaranteed kill if it's given to him, but I could have been protected. I pointed out how it had to happen. But we would absolutely love to be in this position right now. If we were one of these remaining 4 players, I'd have very, very high hopes. I don't think white can afford to not trade here, because Olive would then potentially have to set on 3 and kill him, which would be bad for white. This, however, is very good for white. Top of the troop count right now. Not a care in the world. Shouldn't look for the purple kill, not a set in turn. Could look for the purple kill next turn without trading himself. If he's able to get that kill without trading, he would get the 5 cards from that. Green would then be another set in turn, potentially. And the game could be won that way. Olive has set on 3. Is going to look for a kill on the way out. I think he could have played for more here. But, in fairness, he gets revenge on his very aggressive aggressor, so I can't really blame the guy. That needs to be quite a big stack, or he can take it up later. It's not fast. Yeah. Well enough, he can clear through the south. He just has to leave this one to last, or he can do it now. I personally would end the kill in the north. I think it's less risky. 5 or 9, that was close. Yeah, if you just take everything in the south and you end on this province, you can end the kill in the north. You don't risk anything. Guarantee yourself that 3rd and 2, as it is right now. With potential to move up, but he is in the lowest troop count. He's hiding in the corner as well. This is... White should potentially... It's awkward. I think White's kill relies on him seeing the way around this side with the big stack and the way to clear everything else with the 47 this way, which is not an easy thing to see. This 35 can clear anything in the north you want it to, but you don't want it to go any further. The 75 has to kill the 54. The 47 isn't enough. Takes the green kill instead. Green kill is also a set in turn. That's fair enough. Has the double slam. That's a good kill. That gives Olive 2nd place with a couple of bounties. He'll be happy with that. A good kill taken by white there. I like that line too. That's a good line. I hadn't seen that myself, but I was looking at the guy with the less troops instead of the guy that was potentially an easy kill. But a nice play. Both of them are worth a set in turn. Very well taken. And the best thing about this is that because Olive effectively chose to play for 2nd, he can only get 2nd now. Even if white messes up this kill and Olive has set on 3, 54 troops can be locked. You leave that for last. You go... you don't need much more actually over here. Yeah, you leave everything there. I like that. Like this a lot from white. This has been a really good game from white. He saw that I needed protecting and protected me, which I like a lot. Unfortunately, purple didn't do the same. But that's a really well played game from white there. Unfortunately, we get sick there. I think if we had different turn order, if we had a better spawn, then we get better things. But we got a great first round, so it shouldn't matter all too much in the grand scheme of things. A great game from Cecil Dogan, and we'll see you guys next time.